Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. I am your little darling narrator, and on this channel, I read stories. Not just any stories, but I think I read some really great stories for the young readers. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, I strongly recommend you go ahead and you subscribe, because all we do here are read good stories for the young readers. And if there's any story that you like, don't forget, hit that like button. That just helps this channel, and we appreciate all the support that we've been getting. So stay tuned. The name of this story is called Author's Teacher Trouble by Mark Brown. The bell rang. The first day of school was over. Kids ran out of every classroom, everyone but room 13. Here, the students filed out slowly in alphabetical order. "See you tomorrow," said their teacher, Mr. Ratburn. "I can't believe he gave us homework the first day," said Arthur. "I had rat last year," said Prunella. "Boy, do I feel sorry for you. Make one wrong move," warned Binky Barnes, "and he puts you on death row." "He's really a vampire with magical powers," said Chris. As everyone was leaving, the principal came out of his office. "Are you ready for the September Spellathon?" he asked. "Yes!" cheered the crowd. "Who's gonna win this year?" asked the principal. "Me!" everyone shouted. "If I win again this year, do I get my name on the trophy twice?" asked Prunella. "Not if I can help it," whispered Francine. When Arthur got home, he slammed the back door. "How was school?" Mother asked. "I got the strictest teacher in the whole world," grumbled Arthur. "Have a chocolate chip cookie," said Mother. "Don't have time," said Arthur. "I have tons of homework." "I'll eat Arthur's," said DW. "I don't have any homework." "You don't even go to school," said Arthur. "I know," DW smiled. After dinner, Arthur was still doing homework. "What's that?" asked DW. "It's a map of Africa," said Arthur. "Looks like a pepperoni pizza," said DW. "Next year, when I'm in kindergarten, I won't have any homework. Miss Meeker never gives it." "Mom!" called Arthur. "DW's being a pest!" "Time for bed," said Mother. "You can finish your map of Florida in the morning." "Africa!" said Arthur. The next day, Mr. Ratburn announced a spelling test for Friday. "I want you to study very hard," he said. "The test will have 100 words." Buster looked pale. "And," continued Mr. Ratburn, "the 2 students with the highest scores will represent our class at the all-school spellathon." That week, everyone in Arthur's class studied harder than ever. Arthur spent a lot of time looking for quiet places to study. Suddenly, it was Friday, and time for the test. Arthur could smell Miss Sweetwater's class making popcorn. He could hear Mrs. Fink's class leaving for a trip to the aquarium. "Why did we have to get stuck with the rat?" he whispered to Francine. Mr. Ratburn corrected their papers during lunch. "Class," he said, "most of you did very well on the test, but only 2 of you spelled every word correctly. Muffy smiled. Francine hiccuped. Buster patted his good luck charm. Mr. Ratburn cleared his throat. Our class representatives for the Spellathon will be the Brain and Arthur. There must be some mistake, said Muffy. Mr. Ratburn gave Arthur and the Brain each a special list of words. Just study these and you'll be ready for the Spellathon in 2 weeks, he said. Arthur's family helped him study. Grandma asked Arthur his spelling words. How about your CHORES? Father asked. Have you made your BED? Mother added. DW helped too. When Francine and Buster came over, DW answered the door. Arthur can't play, but I can, she said. I don't have to study. I can't believe the Spellathon is finally here, said Grandma. Maybe now we can get a little peace and quiet, DW said. Good luck, Arthur, said Mother and Father. From backstage, Arthur could hear the whole school in the auditorium. Well, today's the big day, said Mr. Ratburn. How do you feel? I feel fine, the Brain answered. Arthur gulped. I wish I were still back in bed. The principal welcomed everyone and explained the rules. The Brain had the first turn. He stepped up to the microphone. The first word is fear, said the principal. FERE, said the Brain, a little too quickly. I'm sorry, said the principal. That's not correct. Are you sure? Asked the Brain. What dictionary are you using? The Brain wasn't the only one to drop out quickly. The representatives from Miss Sweetwater's and Mrs. Fink's class were gone in a flash. Before long, only Arthur and Prunella were left. It was Prunella's turn. The word is preparation, said the principal. Prunella looked down at her feet. Can I have the definition, please? She asked after a moment. Preparation, the principal repeated. The process of getting ready. Of course, said Prunella. PREP, she paused. ERATION. I'm sorry, that's incorrect, said the principal. Now Arthur gets a chance to spell it. Arthur looked out over the audience and took a deep breath. Preparation, he said. PREPARATION. Correct, said the principal. Everyone in Mr. Ratburn's class cheered. Then Mr. Ratburn went to the microphone. I'm very proud of my class, he said. In fact, I'm proud of my whole class. They worked very hard. This is the last third grade I'll have in the Spellathon. But next year, I look forward to a new challenge. Teaching kindergarten. Well, that ends our story. And what a good story this was from Arthur. Now, no one in that school wanted to get Mr. Ratburn because Mr. Ratburn, he would be considered by students a tough teacher. But in reality, he is a great teacher because of what he inspired in his students and what he was able to pull out of his students. He pulled greatness out of his students. He made them study hard. And because of that, they have achieved something with that Spellathon. Now, Arthur, he didn't really think he could do it, but he went home and he studied hard. His family helped him. And he just knew that he wasn't going to be able to be in no spellathon, but he was going to give it his best effort. And his best effort was really his best, because he ended up being one of the 2 representatives from his class to go to the spellathon. And understand, he was in with the brain. And everybody knows the brain was probably going to win that spellathon. It was going to probably be between the brain and Prunella. Or at least that's what Arthur was probably thinking. But when the brain was one of the first ones to be, out of the contest, well, that put a whole different spin on it. And to really put a big spin on it, Prunella got the last word wrong. And it turned to Arthur to spell the word. And he spelled it correctly, to the surprise of everyone, including himself. And that's the big takeaway out of this story that I'm hoping that you get out of it, is that you need to be the one to know that you can do it. You can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And that's what this story is about. Have that confidence in yourself. Know that you have the ability to do it. Until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator, out.